Saving money sounds smart, responsible, even safe. But what if I told you your bank account is secretly making you poorer every single year? You work hard, earn your income, you try to spend less than you make, and every month you put something aside. Maybe it's a small amount, maybe it's a lot. The goal is always the same: to feel secure, to feel in control, to build a better future. And yet, something feels off. Even though you're saving, it never feels like enough. Prices keep rising, life keeps getting more expensive, and no matter how disciplined you are, you don't feel like you're getting ahead. So what's really going on? The answer is simple, but most people never truly understand it. Saving money is not the same as growing money. Let me explain.
When you put your money in the bank, it feels safe. Your balance doesn't go down. In fact, sometimes it even increases a little. But here's the problem. While your money is sitting still, the world around it is changing. Every year, prices go up. Food becomes more expensive. Transport costs rise. Rent increases. Everything slowly becomes harder to afford. This is called inflation. And inflation is one of the most powerful forces affecting your money. But it's also one of the most ignored. Let's make this simple. Imagine today you have 100,000 shillings. Right now, that money can buy you maybe 10 items. Now fast forward 1 year. Those same items now cost more. So your 100,000 shillings can only buy 8 items. You didn't lose money. Your bank balance is still the same. But your money became weaker. It lost value. And this is where most people get trapped, because they think saving money is enough. But in reality, saving without growth is just slow loss. There's a simple rule that explains everything. Real return equals interest rate minus inflation. If your bank gives you 5%, but inflation is 10%, you are not gaining 5%. You are losing 5% every year. And the worst part? It doesn't feel like a loss. There's no warning, no notification. It just happens, quietly, in the background, year after year. This is why many people save for years and still feel stuck. Not because they didn't try, not because they were careless, but because they didn't understand the system they were playing in. Inflation is like a silent tax. You don't see it. You don't pay it directly, but it takes from you every single day. It reduces what your money can do. It limits your options. And over time, it slowly eats away at your future. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Most people choose to save more when they feel uncertain. They think, if I just save more money, I'll be safer. But if that money is not growing, saving more can actually make the problem worse, because you are putting more and more money into something that is losing value. It's like storing water in a leaking container. No matter how much you add, you're still losing over time. So what's the solution? Should you stop saving? No. Saving is important. It gives you stability. It gives you security. It protects you in emergencies. But saving alone is not enough. You need growth. You need your money to increase faster than prices. And this is where investing comes in. Investing is not about getting rich quickly. It's about keeping your money strong. It's about making sure your money grows instead of shrinking. Even small investments over time can make a big difference because growth compounds. It builds on itself, and slowly, your money starts working for you. But here's the challenge. Most people are afraid to invest. They think it's too risky, too complicated, too dangerous, so they avoid it completely. And instead, they choose what feels safe. But safety without growth is not real safety. Because while you're avoiding risk, you're accepting guaranteed loss. That's the part most people never realize. Doing nothing is also a decision. And in this case, it's a costly one. Now, imagine two people. One person saves money in the bank for 10 years. The other person saves, but also invests a small portion consistently. At the beginning, they look the same. But over time, the difference becomes massive. One is standing still. The other is moving forward. And after enough time, that gap becomes life-changing. This is why understanding money is so important. Because it's not just about how much you earn. It's about what you do with what you earn. You can work hard for years. But if your money is not growing, you will always feel like you're behind. So the goal is not just to save. The goal is to build, to grow, to make your money work for you. Because if you don't, you'll always be working for money. And that's a cycle that never ends. The earlier you understand this, the more time you have on your side. And time is one of the most powerful tools in building wealth. So don't just focus on saving money. Focus on growing it. Because in today's world, standing still is the same as moving backwards. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So the question is, what will you do differently starting today?